final costume contest was held at the 13th China-Myanmar Paukpo Carnival in Ruili City in southwest China's Yunnan province recently. During the contest, participants from both China and Myanmar expressed their unique understanding of their own national costume by showing the clothes at the parade. Eventually, a Chinese contestant from Ruili and a Myanmar contestant both won the first prize for the competition. The 13th China-Myanmar Paukpo Carnival was held in Ruili. Thailand's Board of Investment, or BOI, opens its second phase of eco-car investment promotion campaign, expecting 5 to 6 car makers to participate, with a total of 6.5 billion baht worth of each investment project. Thailand's Industry Minister Prasit Boonchaisuk revealed recently that manufacturers could file their applications to receive investment incentives under the second phase of this program until March 2014. He said production output of eco-car investment projects, including engines and parts, could begin in 2019. Main criteria of eco-car for eligible applicants were using Euro 5 engine and consuming fuel of no more than 4.3 litre per 100 kilometres. Key incentives for car makers include corporate tax exemptions, while those participating in the first phase are offered additional benefits. BOI Secretary Udom Wongwitwatchai said eco-car makers under the program could receive corporate tax exemption to up to 8 years if they invest in auto part projects worth at least 800 million baht. 5 Japanese automakers such as Nissan, Mitsubishi, Suzuki, Honda and Toyota have participated in the first phase. Prasit Boonchaisuk said Nissan and Mitsubishi now have production output over 100,000 units per year, while that of Suzuki and Honda are about 50,000. Over 100 senior citizens, including a 96-year-old woman, joined classes offered by a Buddhist temple in Thailand's northernmost Chiang Rai province. The program has been initiated by the abbot of Hua Phai Temple in Pan district to help illiterate older people to acquire knowledge and vocational skill. At the age of 96 years old, Chansom Jamsakul is the most senior student. She and her fellow students begin each school day with raising the flag ceremony like ordinary schools in the country. She said she learned a lot from classes and made a lot of friends. Chansom Jamsakul said she endures her physical difficulties with strong will for learning, and coming to school like this makes her happy and her health is better. About 20 volunteers teachers give instructions in language classes, physical education and vocational workshops. The participants enjoy their breaks to dance along traditional music to ease stress from lessons. The School for Seniors at Hua Phai Temple was established in 2011 and has become instantly accepted among senior citizens who think they are never too old to learn. Abbot Piyawan Pipat said teaching how to read and write is the major task because many illiterate elderly people had fell victims of scams. It enables them to do financial transactions and give them socialization opportunity. Dozens of people brought their snakes, dogs and even iguanas to a church in Manila on Sunday to have their pets blessed at an annual ceremony. As prayers were offered at Our Lady of Remedies Church in the Philippines capital, the pets were gently sprinkled with holy water. Parish priest Leo Distor said they do the blessing of the animals every year because it's a good reminder for them on how God's divinity is also present in all creatures. The animal blessing is typically held on a weekend date on the feast of St. Francis of Assisi. He is the patron saint of animals. The yearly ritual allows Catholic devotees to hear Mass along with their pets and then have the animals brought towards the front of the church for a special blessing. Yoli Asuncion brought her family dog along. She said they had him blessed for his health so he won't get sick and he will be good. Cora Young had her 8-year-old dog blessed for health reasons. She said sometimes the dog gets epileptic seizures, so hopefully he'll be all right, and hopefully, especially after the blessing. Patients with type 2 diabetes who are new to insulin therapy could benefit from a new mobile application. The app was developed by Singapore General Hospital and Integrated Health Information Systems. It helps patients overcome the problem of not knowing how much insulin to inject at the right time. Patients test their blood sugar level every morning and enter the readings into the app. Based on that data, the app then lets patients know the insulin dosage needed to achieve optimum blood sugar levels. The app also generates daily graphs so patients can track their blood sugar levels. An administration function also allows doctors to monitor their patients' progress online so they can intervene if needed. Usually, patients are given a set of instructions to self-adjust their insulin dose, but doctors say most of the time patients are reluctant to do so. Dr. B. Yong Mong, Director of Diabetes Centre Singapore General Hospital, said the patients lack the self-confidence of adjusting the doses and there is a fear of getting a low blood glucose level. Hence, they often rely on the doctors or nurses to adjust the doses. To study the feasibility of the smartphone application, a research team has already embarked on a controlled trial. For 24 weeks, 80 patients who are new to insulin therapy will be divided into 2 groups, with just one group using the diabetes app. At the end of the study, the change of glycemic control between both groups will be compared. In commemorating the 50th anniversary of Malaysia Day on 16th September, a host of storytellers in search of riveting stories travelled to all 14 states of Malaysia. The group, including artists, writers, bloggers and photographers, visited cities from Penang to Kuching in Borneo state of Sarawak and Kuala Terengganu to Kota Kinabalu, Sabah for 15 days starting on August 31st to look for interesting stories which they then shared on digital space. During the journey, which was documented on www.mymalaysia50.com, the group of friends shared their experiences as they visited each city and talked to the locals. Their stories and photographs, including those contributed by Malaysians living abroad, were exhibited at the Pavilion Kuala Lumpur recently. 50 by 50 My Malaysia is a social movement initiative curated by social activist and digital consultant Nikki Cheong. Nikki feels that the best way to both commemorate a milestone in the country's history as well as to bring Malaysians together is through their stories and conversations. The stories cover anything that is uniquely Malaysian, from food to traditional games, personal experiences, histories and culture heritage. The project inspires the younger generation to learn and appreciate the culture of being a true Malaysian. The stories can also be viewed in the form of text, pictures and videos by using the 50 by 50 MY hashtag on social networks such as Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. Contributor John Vernon Lai, 27, lived and worked in New Zealand for over 17 years, but said Malaysia has always been home. He returned to Malaysia because he said the digital industry is booming with opportunities and he wants to contribute and help the nation grow.
I think it's a good initiative because when Nikki asked me to do it, it makes me, it revitalized the freshness in me, want to kind of come back to Malaysia as well because I know there's a big opportunity here.
During the event, visitors had the chance to participate in various traditional Malaysian games such as Batu Seremban, 7 Stones, Bottle Caps and Teng Teng, also known as hopscotch. Ever since it achieved independence in 1984, Brunei Darussalam has extensively established diplomatic ties with friendly nations around the world. In conjunction with the 67th birthday celebrations of His Majesty the Sultan and Yang di-Pertuan of Brunei Darussalam recently, a reception was hosted by the top representatives of friendly nations in Brunei Darussalam. The reception took place at the Royal Berkshire Royal Brunei Polo and Riding Club in Jerudong. The function portrayed the great respect and deep admiration for their Majesties and other members of the royal family, government as well as the people of Brunei Darussalam for all the hospitality, goodwill and friendship that they have extended to the diplomatic community in the country. Meanwhile, several top diplomats took the opportunity to wish His Majesty a happy 67th birthday anniversary. They said they were very impressed by the monarch's caring attitude by consenting to meet his subjects at the get-together and Junjung Ziarah ceremony at the 4 districts.
Well, on behalf of all the people in America, the many friends and admirers that His Majesty has in the United States, I'd like to extend my wishes for a very happy birthday to His Majesty. I've been watching with great interest as His Majesty has visited the different parts of Brunei and celebrated His Majesty's birthday with many people, and it's very inspiring to see all the love and affection between His Majesty and the people of Brunei.
Best wishes from me personally, and on behalf of my President and the government of India and the people of India in India, and especially of the people of India in Brunei.
Brunei Agro-Technology Park has attracted several potential foreign investors in diversifying the national economy. The park is established in accordance to development prospects that support the development of the halal industry, the growth of small and medium-sized entrepreneurs, cooperatives, industrial incubators, food security and increased biodiversity. Minister of Industry and Primary Resources, Awang Haji Yahya, said that apart from being a research centre, the park is also intended to be developed as a place of attraction. The centre could be used for domestic production and effort to establish as a centre of material output to attract foreigners to the park. The park also serves as a compact park that concentrates a lot of activities in an area, becoming an attraction in comparison to other centres. The agricultural development area will serve as a model farm that practices environmentally friendly technology. The area is also expected to be used as a recreational potential to attract local and foreign visitors. In addition, the park has the potential for further development that focus on healthy activities such as recreational plays and as an attraction that can be used by the public and visitors. There will be places for holding cooking activities and preparation for local vegetable ingredients available and help the park cover its cost of operations. Brunei Agro-Technology Park is established as a high-technology park known globally as a strategy in diversifying the national economy, including to cater research and innovative technological application in support of diversity, including prime industry and related processing, as well as building up and supporting the development of the Brunei Halal brand.